sets tonight? Was it just them playing zone, or something you learned off film from Virginia, or what was
Anything new? That's the first time anybody's played us on zone. That's been part of the package for 30 how many years?
For Javon to show the resiliency that he showed tonight, your confidence in him, where do you stand with him, and what does it say about him that he was able to have the performance that he had?
You don't have to worry about my confidence, worry about his. He made some shots today, but he spent a long time in the game. There's a direct correlation between putting time in and working in the right fashion and working on the right things to being successful doing those things. He has spent just a ton of time in the gym.
Were you worried about his confidence at all?
I have a hard time figuring out what they think. You know, I have a hard enough time worrying about what I think sometimes. But I don't know. I mean, they asked me at halftime what about what they thought. How do I know what they think? I have no idea what they think. I'd like for them to think a little better. I'd like for them to think that maybe we should stop them from shooting layups so much. But obviously they're not thinking that. That's what I've tried to get them to think. I've been very successful. Did that answer your question? Sort of.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I really don't have an answer, so I was just making stuff up.
That's fine. I'll find a way to use it.
Okay.
Is the problem in stopping those layups, especially in transition, is that more on the back end or recovery from the front end?
Well,
where are the problems there?
Really what it is when you have three guys leaving early trying to run out and get a layup is what the biggest problem was in the second half. Been too many guys trying to score and not enough guys trying to stop people. I think if we go back and look at the film, that would bear that out. When they've got four guys below the foul line and we have one or two, the chances are probably pretty good they're going to get a layup. That's why I kept substituting.
Obviously a different situation tonight with a big lead at halftime, but how big of a concern are sluggish second half starts?
Well, I think it's what's happened here at home is that it's a byproduct of being up by a bunch and everybody trying to figure out how to get a couple points of their own. You know, instead of the ball movement stops and the guys are running out. It happens. It shouldn't happen, but it does. Is that what you asked me?
Yeah.
What do you think of the shot selection tonight generally? 36 three-pointers attempted, much more than you have in any other game.
What are you going to do when they stand in line? They pretty much stood five guys in the lane and said, you know, dare us to shoot it. And as long as their shots and we can rebound, I'm okay. I'm just not okay with the ones we can't rebound. And I'm not okay with some of the ones that we took that were ill-advised. Is that a good word? Try to be more politically correct.
Were you tempted at all at the start of the game? Devon puts out and misses 4 relatively easy shots and a layup. Misses his first 5. I mean, we attempted at all to yank him or to say something to him?
Honestly, Bob, never thought about it. Never thought about taking it. I know, you know, I just know I hear the ball bouncing down there and I look out the window of my office and he's generally the one down there. And I don't think taking him out would have done any good. You know, he just needed to make some. He wasn't the first, he was the second. And today, before we had shoot around, I give guys that try a lot more rope than I give guys that don't. You know, those guys that keep shooting it, but I don't ever see them in the gym or hear they're in the gym. Those are the guys that I kind of get out quick. I'm a big proponent of work.
This is kind of off base a little bit, but
That's really unusual coming from you.
when a guy like or anyone on the other team like Samuel did tonight, he's just kind of going off and doing his thing. In-game adjustments, does it become a big focal point?
Well, I mean, maybe if he hadn't banked the first one in.
That's right.
The one on the baseline just grazed the backboard and went in. I mean, we're going to give up some stuff in transition the way we play. You have to kind of live with that. We shouldn't give up layups in half court. But he just ended up being, I think they wanted him back there to finish. I don't know that for a fact, but I would guess that was the plan. He did a pretty good job for a while.
Anything else?
Do you expect to see this kind of shooting often or?
From us,
Yes.
I thought we would. You know, obviously the competition in the Bahamas wasn't very good, but we shot it really well. Dak shot it well, JC shot it well. Unfortunately, Beetle shot it probably better than everybody did. But, I mean, we made shots. And we make shots in practice. We throw the ball all over the place in practice. So it's not a surprise we throw it all over the place in the game. We don't miss shots like that, like we miss shots in games in practice. We make shots. Our struggle in practice is shooting it before we turn it over.
With Devon, you took him out that last game, let him sit there for 13 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
even though you were losing.
Mm-hmm.
You were obviously making a point.
Mm-hmm.
Point made.
Yeah, I think he understands. When you have a layup, you shouldn't throw a behind the back pass. I mean, he knows that. I don't see any good in acting like those things didn't happen. Now, I know Jay Billis didn't agree, but Jay's a much brighter coach than I am. So,
770 wins on it.
he just couldn't figure out why he didn't put him back in the game, I guess. But